Yo, what's up, guys? This is another episode of Boxing One the podcast. I'm Briah.
Kobe.
Donshay.
Ty.
And we got an interesting one today. We live most of our lives are on social media, right? Most of us are on social media, correct?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah. And we see people on social media all day, and do y'all ever like scroll and y'all see y'all say to yourself like, this dude really not living like that?
Facts, yeah. Yeah, you could say that. You could say somebody not really living like that, but you know, it comes to a point where like you kind of gotta mind your own business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ty don't be caring about what nobody.
No, but it's like
mind your own business.
I just post
mind your own
and leave.
business. Stay in your own lane.
Really watch stories like that. I just
Facts, but at the end of the day, bro.
too busy. I ain't gonna lie.
At the end of the day, you know when somebody ain't doing what they show like they really doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just not what it seemed like. This platform is just like everything just kind of like fake. It's kind of like a persona, I guess you could say.
I'll be real. I think that's more so like with the when you start seeing people from your hometown. Like if you still follow people from your hometown, that's what you really see. Because everybody looking to impress people that they used to go to school with and whatnot. Like I had a wake up call when I went out to Texas back in November, and I thought that the people I was seeing on social media was like fake, like the whole like how big they were, the stuff that they would do during the day, or even the lifestyles they lived. But like it ain't fake when they like. When you're within a niche that you know, like for example, you ain't gonna think that Ty fake if you ain't no Ty. You see he do clothing, you know he like, and you met him, he really does that, like, because you start to surround yourself with people who have the same vision as you. But like I think it's kind of hard to determine what's fake or real when you still got people from your hometown.
But I think like when I say this to myself, like he's like he or she's really not like, it's people that I know personally, like. I know you, and I know that's not your life for real.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you start to see people that you already know, and you think,
yeah,
that ain't you. Because they trying to prove to whoever that it is them. Like, you see everybody trying to go to DR now, right? Everybody posted up in DR. Shit. Everybody posted in Mexico.
Yeah.
But they still staying with their mama like, bro, like, what you doing? Like, so that's like, it's stuff like that where you got to start to realize, like, okay, well, they ain't living like how they trying to put on for, but they trying to put on for somebody, and I think that is the crowd that they still around because they stuck in that whole hometown mentality.
So would y'all say it's like what's the reason for it? Would y'all say it's validation, insecurity, acceptance?
To fit in.
Like what is it?
That all types in.
Yeah,
to fit in. Definitely to fit in.
I agree.
That validation stuff, like people, I don't care who you is, you can humble yourself tomorrow. Everybody's seeking validation in some way, shape, or form. It don't matter what you're doing. You could claim that I don't need nobody to validate my feelings, validate what bro. Grow up and look back on what you're really doing. You need some type of validation from somebody, for something.
Right.
Yeah, and I can say, trust me, I had to wake myself up like, bro, I don't need no validation, bro. I'm me. I do this for me. That's cool and all. You can say that, but at the same time, you looking for somebody to approve of it, no matter if you want to say it or not. So, of course, a lot of times, depending on why you're looking for that validation, that's different. Like, for example, like Briah mentioned, like you said, insecurity, okay, like you want validation because you're insecure about yourself. That's what I feel like a lot of people do that already. Like, they try to portray these lifestyles that they live in because they're insecure about their current situation. So they want the internet to validate it. So,
I mean, so
it's
like,
hard to stay genuine and true to yourself when a lot of people are social media oriented and not able to think outside the box for themselves and just being closed minded. It doesn't allow you to because of society.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Brie.
Nah, go ahead.
No, I was saying it's kind of to a point where with social media, it's like we have these bigger peers. Like we have athletes, we have rappers with these big chains. You know what I'm saying? These rappers, they actually all these top people, they actually work for it. They actually have real talent. They got what they deserve. You know what I'm saying? But it comes to a point where it's like we got these people on social media who really look up to these people, and it's to a point where it's like they're they try to get to that point so far to the point where like they kind of forget who they are.
Who they are, exactly. You meet them in person, they robots.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's kind of like they really try to make a clone of themselves to that person on that platform that they're looking up to.
They see the shine on social media and not knowing what those individuals went through to get to where they are.
Or even what they're still going through at the current moment.
Exactly.
I'll tell you this though, bro. Like you just said, individuals, what they do to get to that point of where they really are, a lot of them people be turning into straight up robots. Like, you meet these people in person, bro, and they don't have a drop of personality. Like, who they are in that song is all they are. Who they are in that outfit is all they are. Like, bro, you meet a lot of these people, and they forget who they are along the way, too, so don't let them fool you either. Like, a lot of these rappers and influencers, whoever you want to meet or whatever you want to call yourself, they also be putting on and trying to claim that they're something that they're not because the crowd has said it. Oh,
they accept it.
That person is this. Like, for example, you say, if let me mention one person's name. I want you to tell me the word that come to mind. Future.
Toxic.
Exactly, right? So he's become this personality. Now he'll pop up and be like, sensational. Like, bro, he said that shit on accident, bro. Like, so it's like, you say, like, you start to realize, like, a lot of times these even smaller people who are just getting bigger, like, I see a lot of these YouTubers too. Like, bro, they are straight up robots. Like, full on.
Kind of like everybody the same. Like,
everybody the same.
Right?
Everybody exactly the same. And they trying to do the exact same thing, even using the exact phrases, bar for bar. Like, so a lot of times that's what happens.
I think too, what happens is, like Shay said, we look at celebrities, we look at athletes, and all these people who are higher up, and it's like sometimes I think people try to keep up. Like, okay, that's what my life should look like right there.
You can't compare yourself to somebody that started way before.
You don't have the same, you're not dealt the same cards, so you can't really say, okay, that's what my life's supposed to look like. You could go for it, but that's not your life. And so I think a lot of times people get caught up in that. Like, you gotta, at the end of the day, you gotta run your own race.
Yeah. Definitely.
You gotta run your own race.
Set a goal and work towards it.
A lot of people be out there on the internet competing too. Like, that's a huge thing. Like, you know, and a lot of times, like, I'll see it and I'll be wondering, like, dang, who they competing with? Like, what are they competing for?
I ain't paying out no more, man.
So it's a lot of times, like, that's why I say, like, for example, one person will book a spring break hotel out here in Miami in a top venue, then the next person doing the same thing, eating at, Ruth Chris Steakhouse and all this other stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, bro,
by the way.
like, the funniest thing is, bro, you see these people doing it, and, like, I ain't finna, bring up any names like that, but, like, I see these people doing that, and then I see them working at Dunkin' Donuts the next week. And I be like, dang. Like,
you know what's crazy? And that's facts. But it's like, it's to a point where it's like, really, these people on social media do it to impress other people.
Yeah.
Literally, at the end of the day, they do it just to impress other people, like, to get a girl, for a girl to, even for girls too. Let's talk about females too. Now they be shaking their behind on Instagram, this and that. You know what I'm saying? When you not like that, you wasn't raised like that, man.
Listen, when we talk about not
your
being
mama ain't raised
like
you
that.
to shake that behind on Instagram, man. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, just a female aspect. Like, you gotta. I'm not a female, but just a dude looking inside of that. Like, you gotta have respect for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Then just see that as a quick nut, just
Bruh. Ty, what you said again, man? I don't think they
see that as a quick nut. We live by great morals and principles and standards. We live like kings. We don't.
You ain't gonna wife no girl that's shaking their behind on Instagram.
We're
gonna look at you as a. We're gonna look at you
as
a.
Check this out, right?
Real
a lot of those girls that be
shaking,
shaking,
moving like that.
A lot of girls that be shaking and stuff. First off, they already got boyfriends, and the thing is they know. See, are you really gonna be mad at the girl shaking her ass, or are you gonna be mad at the crowd watching the simps in the comments who are eating that shit up?
Can't be mad.
I'm more confused about the people who be eating that shit up. Like, for example, you scroll down the Instagram feed, you look at a woman who obviously got a BBL, she built different. I ain't worried about what she did. I'm looking at her comments because I'm looking at the dudes that are down horrendous in her comments, saying stuff like, "Damn, you don't know what I'll do to you." If this girl walks the streets every day, right? If she got 2,000 comments on that one post in 2 hours, why she had 2,000 dudes walking to her in 2 hours outside her home when she went out? Because those are the people that really be faking. or the people that really be down bad, or the people who really be sick in the head and stuff like that. I don't even be mad at the girls because at the end of the day, bro,
nah, man,
you can sit there.
I'm gonna disagree.
You
can
claim that a girl can't do this with her body or shake her butt and all this other stuff, but at the same time, bro, if you were a woman, you don't know what you would do. You really don't. Yeah. It's like if you were a woman, you do not know what you would do.
Yeah, you right. You right. I'm just saying, like, just an aspect of like if I was in them, like those pair of shoes. But like, it just comes to a point where it's like you don't really have to do all that for attention.
But at the same time, you don't know.
But it's cool. Yeah, you're right. It's cool to be comfortable with yourself. But it's just so many ways you could show
be a queen and just
show that
yourself.
Like you don't gotta
morals for yourself.
You don't gotta wear your pennies on your story. And
if you real though, bro, that shit don't sell.
You said what?
That shit does not sell. Being a queen and holding yourself to a like
it does
like
though.
You claim it like for example.
That's kind of like
it does
like,
though,
bro.
Like,
it don't sell. It don't gotta sell.
Like he's saying it don't gravitate towards people.
But that's like that's like kind of to me. That's kind of like one of those things that goes under the umbrella of like don't sell your soul. Like I'm not gonna disrespect myself and post all this foolishness because it sells.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do that.
So ask yourself about the rappers you listen to. Okay. The rappers that talk about guns and shooting and stuff like that, they say that shit because it sells. A lot of clothing artists make that shit because it sells.
But what about some people who really living like that though?
A lot of them ain't living like that because they free. They really ain't living like that.
You don't know that though. You don't know that though.
But no, it's some people. No,
some people really living like that.
But a lot of
really living like that, and you feel me? Not even from the streets, but still knock your head off.
See, that's an interesting point.
What they live for.
That's an interesting point. Like people that's not from the streets. Mm-hmm. I know somebody and their parents are like they set them up to be
a king,
successful. Like your parents are principals, lawyers, doctors, whatever the case may be, and now you want to go be an internet thug. You wasn't raised like that.
Right.
And so I think like what happens in your brain that says, okay, my parents set me up to be successful, but I'm gonna go this way and I'm gonna go scam, I'm gonna go sell drugs, I'm gonna go do all this foolishness. What clicks? Like what happens in your brain that tells you to go do that? That's gonna go do things that's gonna put my life at risk. What clicks? Like why does that happen? I don't understand it.
It's I think it's just kind of to the point where like I want it now. I want it now instead of actually working towards my goals and what I really want in the future. I kind of want it now.
I'll be real though, like
that's why they call it fast.
If you look at a lot of these people who like, so like, I remember hearing about one girl in high school when I was in 11th grade, and I was a senior. I had to be a senior. I don't know, bro, but it was whatever. In the end of my time in high school, a girl was 14, 15 years old, and we heard that she a dude caught a case about her because he was overaged. She was messing with 20 and 30-year-olds. Scamming and whatnot, doing all this stuff. Next thing you know, he got in prison. She went back, doing this again. Everybody clowning her for it and saying, oh, bro, she need to, not do this, that, and the third. She over here hoeing and doing all this other stuff. Went back and still was doing it. Till she got to, remember, that was 15. So 17, 18 years old. She still was doing it. And now, she was with a rapper. And now she got a bunch of money and stuff like that. It's like, you could say, for example, that, oh, how do you, throw away that stuff and keep your morals and, and make your money that way in not a genuine way, in a pure way. But, bro, some people don't care. Some people do whatever it takes to get them out of wherever they were.
Like, how do you live? How do you sleep at night? Like, your morals mean everything.
Yeah.
Your morals mean everything. That's all you have to stand on at the end of the day. And so for you to go against that?
Yep. But this thing is,
crazy to me.
Their morals might be different from yours. Your morals might have been, oh, I'll never lie to somebody, right?
Right.
Somebody else's morals might not have nothing to do with lying.
Exactly.
Yeah. They don't care about that. Their morals might be, I better not ever be lied to. So it might be that, or I'll never be lied to, right? Not lie to somebody, but lie to. So they don't want to diss to them.
Yeah.
Their morals are not the same as yours. They align. They're not the same.
Everybody different.
So a lot of times you don't even.
I feel like everyone has a different. Everybody has a story, but it's all about how you get through it and what keeps you going every day to get yourself out of that situation. Like Kofi said, yeah, man.
I knew for me, there was certain stuff I would not stoop to, the levels I would not stoop to do stuff. there's stuff I just won't do. Like as a creator, I'm not gonna go and blatantly copy somebody else's content. I'm not doing that. Yeah. If I see stuff and I'll be like, damn, that shit popped out, that was cool. Like I could do that too. I'm not doing it. I don't care. I'll put a remix on it and like make it my own style if I have to, and like completely change the word frame and everything. Just have the inspiration, and I will tag that person, whatever. But I'm not gonna be like, ooh, that was good. Let me steal that shit word for word, bar for bar.
People send me stuff every single day of people copying. Stuff that I do. But we just find that flattering. Like I said, I'm working on this rebrand right now. It's gonna be unguardable. So I'm not stressing none. I don't comment. I don't respond back. I just keep working on the next step, and just creativity where it'll be unstoppable to guard when you got.
So I got a question for y'all. So like social media, right? When we talk about personas, how do you guys kind of like maneuver through social media and still kind of like remain yourself?
Well, that's
how
the
do
first
you guys do it?
You say it, remain yourself. Bro, let me tell you something. People make the mistake of trying to hide who they are. That's why they lose themselves. Because you sit there, you try to hide who you are behind the camera, and then you close that camera off. And for example, let's say for example, Shay make clothes, and he trying to link with other creators and whatnot, and people know like he's really a genuine person on camera. But he hop off camera and be like, bro, that nigga shit suck. Like that shit was garbage. Like, are you really being true to you? You gonna lose yourself somewhere along the line. It's either you gonna slip up on camera, or you gonna slip up off camera when people actually meet you in person. Like, if you think that other creators ain't finna talk about you to other people when you want to build that connection, like, trust me, bro. When I link with these other dudes who be doing fitness and whatnot, they'll talk to me about one person and be like, yeah, that person was a real genuine dude when I met him, or this person was a real cool dude. So now that's influencing whether I would want to collab with that person if I ever seen him. So word gets around real quick of who you really are versus what you putting out there. Yeah, it's that simple.
See, that's crazy because like me, right? People for a long time, like they had this whole perception of me, like, oh, she's Hollywood, or she's like she big time, all this stuff. But it's like, and these are people like this. This is the word around town, like she's Hollywood, she's big time, and it's like people meet me and it's like, oh, she's totally different.
Exactly. That's why I put everything.
I get that often too.
I'm like the nicest human being on earth.
Yeah, I hate texting. I'll be too busy to have a full-blown conversation, consistent conversation with an individual all day long, and they feel like, oh, he too bougie because they don't be expecting that. Like I don't know, like social media, like I don't like we talk about social media. I don't come across as Hollywood. I don't know what it is. I think it's just my demeanor or whatever. But like, if you talk to me, I'm like the nicest person on earth. Sure.
Yeah. So I mean,
I put it all out there, man.
Like
people think
like,
I'm mean for sure. I am mean, but at the same time, like I get everybody respect, But as far as like I got zero tolerance and patience for
BS. Well,
I don't tolerate nothing like my attitude to click that quick. Yeah.
Like, but like that's not like a fake though. Like that's not a facade. Sure. Like, yo, this is who I am. And if you take me there, I'm gonna take it there. Yeah. But like I'm not faking like, oh, I'm bougie, I'm Hollywood, or I'm not mean, or I'm mean, or like I'm not faking. But like if you take me there, we can take it there.
Yeah.
Bro, I put myself out there so much that I be having, bro, my brother be DMing me. Why would you say that on the internet or whatnot? Like, bro.
Because I'm me.
I'm being me. Like, you got to, like, bro, since the day I started.
James?
Nah. Yeah, bro. Bro, come on now. Why would you say that, bro? This person is that. And he even tell me, like, he want to do this, that, and the third, but he don't want this person to see it who follow him.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll be real with you right now. I'll say this in front of the camera. I don't give a fuck. It's there. Like, it's going to be there. When I want to say something, like, the thing is, the last thing I need to do is post something one day, and then one day when I post something else and be like, damn, I can't say that because I was this person before.
Bruh.
See, I be cussing a lot. So it's like, I don't really, like I said, I want to work on that marketing tip as far as me being more outgoing, but I don't know. I need to get the hang of it. But
bro, I was watching something the other day. I was watching Michael Beasley talk, and he said, it's not about being a fake dude or a real person or a fake person. I'm me at the end of the day. Yeah, I might be real to you. I might be fake to you.
Definitely.
I'm me. And I'm not trying to make everybody happy. Everybody not going to like you.
I already for sure. I definitely realize that, but it's just, I don't know.
People,
I don't want to come off as, you know, I want to stay on the business oriented tip.
Right,
yeah.
right,
I don't want,
right.
I don't want a certain perspective of me to, you know,
like the personal
I
side.
need to get more comfortable with, you know, speaking and, because like I said, I'm laid back. I don't really talk too much. I just create and put out. I don't really like, you feel me? But as far as how I maneuver through social media, like I said, I post and leave. I don't really, I'll read a lot of like early mornings. I'll read some quotes on billionaire playbooks and, you know, like some stuff that I agree with and post for motivational purposes. I'll other than that, I'll just watch on.
No, you good.
I'll watch on like my favorite artists' pages to see if they got music dropping. That's about it. I ain't gonna lie.
See, and then you say like you go post quotes, you go find quotes and things that you agree with, and it's like it's one of those things where you are what you repost to be.
Definitely.
And that's a real thing. Like, we can say, yeah, you have a social media persona, and we look at people and we see people in real life, and it's like you're not like that. But like somebody who don't know you, what you post on social media, that's who you are to them.
Definitely.
That's who you are to somebody who doesn't know you.
Yeah, I steal a lot of advice and take it in for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, got
just stand on it.
Sure.
Yeah. So, social media is, again, we spend most of our time on there, right? Some of us. Ty, you know, you post, get off.
I be having to. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to keep these views up for this drop. I'm trying to keep these views up. So I'm working every single day.
Yeah. So people who put on these images and stuff like that, like, do you guys think it's a type of thing where, like, they're not really happy with themselves? Would you guys say that?
I agree. There's a lot of people that party every single weekend and don't have any goals and not currently happy with themselves because they haven't figured out their true self. Yeah. So, you know, it's nothing to be like me. I've partied and I've been through that phase, but like I said, I was confused at the time. I didn't really know what I was going to do next. But locking in with what I really wanted to do, I ain't got time for that right now. I'm trying to really.
So that's a good point, though. Is it like, you know, you portray to be somebody, is it confusion of what you're interested in or who you are? You're still trying to figure out who you are? Is it the confusion?
I think the main thing. Go ahead.
I agree.
I think the main thing that people get lost in is thinking that social media is like they enemy, like they got enemies on there. Like a lot of people take social media way too personal. That's first thing. Yeah. Just because somebody don't like their post don't mean they don't like you. And a lot of people take that and they start trying to stunt on their followers. And bro, you don't have followers. Like these are people who have friended you online just to see what you're doing. Like you don't gotta sit there and try to prove anything to them half of the time. They not looking for you to lose. A lot of people don't have haters. No matter how many you think you got, you probably ain't got none from most people. Now there is people, like you have instances where people do look at you and be like, bro, you ain't finna do this, or you ain't finna do that. You've probably heard it, like it is what it is. But there's a lot of people out there, if you ask me, the majority of people ain't getting hated on. So they be out here posting as if they are every weekend trying to win, drinking, buying this car.
A lot of people do stuff for clout and name, you know, and putting on this fake persona. But
I say going back to what Ty said, like people aren't happy with themselves. Like you could be happy with yourself, but you can't be satisfied with yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's to a point where it's like, yeah, I'm happy with what I'm doing, but at the end of the day, like, how am I thinking long term? Like, what am I really gonna do in my life? I'm doing all this crazy stuff now. How's it really gonna affect me in my long term like life goes? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're just not comfortable with it, so they kind of just faking it. They kind of just not living up to what the bigger picture could be.
Right.
You know
Right.
I think a lot of people also, like, for example, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people on here that's probably watching right now that probably hate social media because they feel like they don't got time for it or whatnot. I'm going to give you a fucking newsflash right now. Your life within the next 10 or 15 years is going to be derived around social media. I don't care how you want to shape it. I don't care what you want to think about it. You're going to be left in the fucking dust if you don't get on board now. a lot of times you don't even realize it, bro. Like, yeah, so it's like a lot of times people be like, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that Instagram stuff. I can't do that TikTok stuff. I can't do that stuff. That stuff for kids or whatnot. Okay, well, you also the same person that says you didn't want to, you know, you feel like you ain't got no friends or whatnot. You ain't want to work no 9 to 5 and all this other stuff, but you want to be a big artist and all this other stuff. How you gonna do that by not, you know, execute exactly? Yeah. So if you honestly hate social media, if you honestly think that everything on there is fake, get a wake-up call and start trying to meet some of these people in public, bro, in person, because you'll find out a lot about what's fake and what's real. Like, I think me personally, when I be seeing a lot of this stuff, I can see the fake from the real, like, real quick. Like, I'll watch a video and be like, this shit is clown shit. And then I'll watch another video or I see somebody in public and I'll be like, damn, that's dope. Yeah. And then when it comes to me personally, when people meet me in person, I'm the same as that person I am online. So when they meet me,
that's a fact.
They don't hesitate to walk up to me, and even after they do that, they continue to talk. Yeah. Or they'll hit me on Instagram or something like that after. I got some people that be kind of scared because they be like, oh, I see you was doing this or that and the third, or you was talking to this person, so I didn't want to interrupt. But usually when I meet with people in public, they be just as friendly, like they be just as like willing to get to know me as I am to get to know about them. Because it's like, bro, you never know the type of people you meet. I got people that be walking to me in random shoe stores, bro. Like, oh, bro, you the dude from TikTok? I hate being called a dude from TikTok. I be like, bro,
that's what I'm saying.
I be like, bro, come on. Like, you know my name.
So it is what it is. I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't for my brand, I wouldn't be on social media.
Yeah, that's what I say the same thing ever since. I do not care for social media.
And that's fine.
Why is that, though?
Only because it's like, I just feel like everything on the fake. Like, I don't know. I kind of like just handle my business and go on by my day, but it came to a point in my life where I gotta be on the. Yeah. And not saying just for like the brand or the money. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like this is what we surrounded by. So it's like, you know, that's really the biggest way you can make your money. Really.
That's the way life is turning.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like how life turns. Exactly.
Social media is like, how I see it is a lot of people just doing, like I said before, just doing a lot of stuff for an image and not truly being true to themselves. They always their minds get clouded by
place, man.
You know, everything that's going on social media and stuff.
Yeah. Like, bro, one thing, let me tell you something. Like, I had to tell my girl because I hate when she be following these type of people. The main thing that I hate seeing is the shade room. And hey, if anybody watching from the shade room, y'all suck. Drama, exactly. Drama and controversy. Like, people dwell in that junk. So when she be on it,
I follow the shade room.
When she be telling me about it, I'd be like, don't tell me about that stuff. I don't want to hear about it. Yeah. Oh, but this, that. I don't want to hear about it. Oh, but this. Bro, come on, I'm good. Bro, I don't like to laugh, but it's like that's
follow the shade room.
But that's what really be like will make you start to really hate social media because, but not only them, Justin LeBoy, you too. Yeah, don't like your stuff. Anybody who I like, bro, when people start to create images or try to even help other people create images of themselves, like for example, a lot of his posts be like, oh, you don't need a man to do anything for you. You got yourself. Girl, you is broke. You are broke. Like it just is what it is. So
yeah, but at the same time, also I watch them also. Like I said, I wake up in the morning and I read a lot of quotes that I agree to, but the comments and the quotes also, that also teaches you that there's a lot of different individuals in the world and you know, a lot of people that have different perspectives of things.
Yeah.
So like I said, at the same time, your perspective of things will never be somebody else's. He just posting stuff that people might agree with. It's not really a true quote or something that you might agree with. It just be random, just stuff for.
But a lot of people be getting on there and thinking that they agree with it because it fits the popular narrative.
Oh my God!
So like for example, a lot of times like for like a popular thing on TikTok right now is men and women going after black men and black women going after each other. If you scroll on TikTok, I don't care how long you've been on there, bro, you're gonna see it at one point. They're gonna be degrading each other, calling each other out. Black men need to be providers. Black women need to get up off their ass and do that. Bro, I'll be real with you. I don't know what woman you talking to, but half of the time, that woman has a job and that man is minding his business. Like, it's not even what you really think it is, but it fits the popular narrative that everybody wants to believe. And that's where social media becomes fake because a lot of these people you're not even meeting in real life. These people that be talking about that stuff, like, for example, I've never met a Justin LeBoy on the streets ever in my life. In my life, I've never met somebody that says stuff like that. Yet he's on social media doing it, and that's my issue. And that's where stuff get fake.
Yeah. So just to wrap it up, I got one quick hitter for y'all. Just one. Life with or without social media? Which one?
It depends. Like if, like now, like me, like all three of us, we're social media influencers. So
yeah,
we need social media right now. I feel like social media is a big way and easy way for all of us to grow and expand. Just if we use it the right way. If I was rich already, if I was born rich, yeah, I wouldn't care for social media at all.
Yeah, with or without.
Like
we grinding though.
Hey,
soon.
Kind of like Ty said, man. Like what I'm doing now, I gotta go on social media. But when I get to that level, I don't need social media
for sure.
But even if I wasn't doing this, even if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I'd easily live without it. Like I don't care for it at all, really.
I'll say for me, I'll say like, thing is like when I look at social media, people think about it as like just Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Like, bro, social media is anything like as far as like just text message and anything like that. That's all social media. So how I look at it is you wouldn't be able to connect with the people you'd be able to connect to. Even just random friends and family members in other locations and stuff like that. For example, I wouldn't be able to see what Shay was doing on a Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock in the afternoon if I didn't have social media. And I'd be sitting here like, dang, I wonder what Shay doing. I wonder if he good. So it's like just to be able to do that type of stuff, or even Shay wouldn't be able to let me know his thought at 2 a.m. on a Saturday night to know, dang, he need a graphic designer, so maybe I could post about a graphic designer and we could start to gel from there. I think it all comes down to how you use it.
Definitely a great way to network.
Yeah, one thing I did was I made sure I cleaned my social media up. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but from 3 years ago, 4 years ago to now, I've only followed like 200 people. That's what it shows. But I've unfollowed like 1,000 people from like back when I was in high school, when I was younger.
They about all unfollow you.
That's cool. It's straight with me. Shoot, the thing is, I did that because like, bruh, a lot of them was not like of any benefit to what I was trying to do. And they weren't posting the stuff I wanted to see. I don't really care to see, that you got an OnlyFans link. That's just my whole thing. I don't really care to see.
I agree.
That you made, 5 bands in 5 minutes with Rocco. You feel me? I don't really care. Yeah. So that's why I started to unfollow those people. Yeah. I started to gear more towards following people that I found an interest in, who I thought could help benefit my lifestyle, and it slowly has. Yeah. If I wasn't following people like Eric Thomas or Jeff Bezos, or even somebody as simple as Gary Vee telling me to, bro, just post this shit. Like, he's 40-something years old saying just post this stuff.
V, boy.
Be yourself.
Check out Gary Vee, boy.
If I wasn't looking at stuff like that, I would have never posted my first bit of content. And that just is what it is. I wouldn't be where I am today without it. So I can't sit there and say that I would like to see a world without it. I think it's just all about how you use it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What about you, Brie?
Life with or without social media. I
feel like you could be without it.
Really? No. Like,
she's so quiet. She's so quiet. I agree. She would.
I can be without it because I've been without it before. Like, I think getting off of social media for me, that's a thing for me. When I do it, when I do get off of social media, it's a thing for me to just refocus. When I feel like I'm out of whack or I'm off my game, I get off. I start reading more. I start praying more, and it's just a way for me to refocus. But I would say both, because life now, social media is life. If we think about it, whether we agree with it or not, it's life. But if I had a choice, I would do without it, man.
Sure.
I would do without it.
I just use it to advantage now.
Like I said, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I be scrolling through social media, if I'm scrolling through anything, I'm looking for a new way to try to make some bread. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Like, it don't even gotta be like the craziest thing ever, but I just be looking for simple inspiration, like, to maybe influence the idea I didn't know I had. Because a lot of times stuff will come to your brain into like fruition without you even realizing, just by you seeing one little thing. Yeah. Like, for example, people they started shooting at me because I thought I came up with the whole be 1% better than the person you were yesterday. I never heard of a person called Atomic Habits. Never in my life. Never read his book, nothing like that. But he also came up with this same idea. I got this idea because I heard Eric Thomas talking about just being a little bit better and not trying to just focus on the person you are tomorrow. I try to take that one step forward and be like, you can sit there and try to be better than the person you are every day. That's unrealistic. Let's talk about just being a little bit better and be 1% better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's simple stuff like that I got an idea from that I try to run with. Or for example, something lately I've been saying is everyone can't, but anyone can. That shit goes real far if you actually think about it. And a lot of people,
I could do it.
Yeah, a lot of people get inspired by that shit real quick when they hear that because they think, well, you're right. Everyone can't, but everybody can't be the biggest. Everybody can't make money off of clothes. Everybody can't do all this stuff. Everybody can't run a podcast. Everybody ain't got a damn studio. But
everybody's
can.
not you. Everyone's not you.
Right.
But anyone can. So that's a huge thing that I got in. I made sure I used my social media for.
Yeah. So wrapping up, that's another episode of Boxing One the Podcast. I'm Briah.
M3
Donshay.
Ty, ColdWrld.
Thank you guys for watching.
Tap it on Instagram, baby.